Have you guys noticed that when the seasons change, that so does the tuning of your guitar? Well, I'm going to give you some tips today later on in the video to help you out with that, to be able to tackle the changes in the seasons. But right now, let's get right down to the chords on this song. Okay guys, we're going to be on Capo 2, which is going to be the key of E when we play a D down here. Now we could play it without the capo and play it with a regular E, but I thought this might be a little bit easier on some of our beginning players. So the chords you're going to need are going to be a D. You're going to need a G. You're going to need an E minor. You're going to need a B minor. And if you guys have a problem playing that B minor, you can just drop your finger down here and just play the bottom 4 strings, kind of like what you do on a D or F. And you are going to need a C. Now this song does have 2 other chords, but you're only actually moving 2 fingers, and I'm going to show you how to do that. The chords you're going to need are going to be a D sus2, which is going to be like this. And that's just basically lifting up your, just putting down your pinky down here. And you also have a D sus4, which is going to be lifting up your middle finger and keeping these 2 down. So the strumming pattern, as you can see right up here, is going to be just a straight back and forth. If you're a beginner, you can go. So the song itself sits on the root note or a root chord, which is be E, or in this case it's going to be a D form, for quite a while, for 2 lines. So the chords you're going to need for the intro are just going to be a D to that D sus2 to that D sus4 to a G. So how does that lick sound? It goes like this. Slow. So for those of you who can't see it, basically if I take all the other fingers away, you're just doing this. You're doing. Everything else in the chord stays the same. Then it goes to a G. And then the singing starts. So now that we have the intro down, let's talk about what we're going to do in the verse. So you're going to stay on a D, and then you're going to go to a G, and back to the D. And again, stay on the D for a long time, and then you're going to go back to the G, and then to a D. And then on this first verse, you're going to do a hold on an E minor, and then you're going to go to a G, and then you'll be into the chorus. So let's take a listen to how that's going to sound. Fast, on a rough road riding, high, through the mountains climbing, twisting, turning, further from my home. Young, like a new moon rising, fierce, through the rain and lightning, wandering out into this great unknown. Comes a hold, and I don't want no one to cry, but tell them if I don't survive. All right, good job, guys. Now we're up to a chorus, and the chords we're going to need for the chorus are going to be a D. You're going to need a G, and back to the D. Now I do need to tell you that when it comes to this chorus, that's the only time you play it with those chords, because the ones after that you're going to add a little bit more. You're going to add that B minor in there, and you're going to add a C to a G. So let's listen how that first chorus sounds. We're going to come out of that last G on that hold. But tell them if I don't survive, I was born free. I was born free. I was born free. Born free. Good job, guys. So on the thing about the humidity or the change in the weather, so if you're in summertime, you're going to have humidity, and the humidity on a guitar needs to be right around 50%. 45 to 50% is ideal. If you're in a cold region like where I am, then you're going to have a drier climate, and you're going to need to add in some moisture to be able to keep your guitar. Too much moisture or too much humidity is going to ruin your guitar. Not enough humidity is actually going to harm your guitar. So what happens when you have high humidity or you have no humidity? In high humidity, your guitar is going to go sharp out of tune. In dry climates where there's no humidity, your guitar is actually going to go flat. So how do you remedy that? You can use a humidifier, or what I like to do without spending a lot of extra money, I have a meter here that actually will read my humidity, and I can put that inside my guitar case. In some cases, you can actually get these with Bluetooth, so you can actually look on your phone. Or the simple thing you can do is actually just take a little dish like this, and you can cut slits in it, and you can put a rag in there and kind of damp it down and just put it in there in your guitar. So there's our tip for the day when it comes to what we can do to take care of our guitar. But back to the lesson. Okay, guys, after that, you're going to go into another verse, and there's no need for us to go through that because it's going to be the exact same thing as the first one. But let's go ahead and let's touch on that chorus and how it's going to change the second and the third time around. The chords you're going to need are going to be the D, obviously, and the G. But then you're going to go to a B minor, to a C, to a G, to a D. So let's listen to that in context all the way through. We're going to come out of that last line pretending we're on a G of the verse. So it's going to go like this. I was born free. I was born free. I was born free. Born free. Comes a B minor. And I'm not good at long goodbyes, but look down deep into my eyes. I was born free. So that was. So on that D that does that D sus2 and that D sus4, what you can actually do is you can actually do that in between phrasing. So you could be like this. I was born free. I was born free. I was born free. Born free. All right, guys, from there, you're going to go into another verse, and then you're going to hit another chorus, and there's really no other change in the song other than what we've already played. Hey, guys, I hope you enjoyed that lesson. And if you did, I got another lesson right up here that is kind of the same strumming pattern that I thought you might like, Till You Can't by Cody Johnson. Great song. Enjoy it. See you next time.